Today, God wants to remind you that He sees every desire of your heart. He understands your longings, your hopes, and your dreams. Psalm 37 verse 4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." Know that as you align your heart with His plans for you will unfold in ways you cannot even imagine. Trust in His perfect timing, and remember that His love for you is greater than anything else. Continue seeking Him, and watch as He leads you to the fulfillment of all that He has prepared for you. God is saying to you today that He sees every dream you hold and every hope you cherish. Your desires matter to Him, and He is working behind the scenes to bring them to fruition. When you align your heart with His, He promises to give you the desires of your heart. It may not always look like what you expected, but trust that His plans are far better than anything you could have imagined. Continue to seek His presence, and rest in the assurance that He is guiding you toward a future full of blessing and joy. In this moment, God wants to speak directly to the desires of your heart. He knows your struggles, your dreams, and the desires that you may feel are too big or too distant. But He is reminding you that nothing is impossible for Him. Psalm 37 verse 4 encourages us to delight in Him. And when we do, He promises to give us the desires of our hearts. Trust that He is working in your life, even when you can't see it yet. Your desires are precious to Him, and He is leading you to a future that exceeds your expectations. God sees the deep desires of your heart, the ones you've prayed about and the ones you've held quietly inside. Know that He cares for you and is working to bring your dreams into reality. When you seek Him with all your heart, He will align your desires with His perfect plan. Trust that His timing is flawless, and every step you take toward Him will lead to blessings beyond what you can imagine. Continue to delight in His presence, knowing that He is always working on your behalf. God sees the desires you hold deep within, and He wants you to know that those desires matter. They are part of His plan for you. In Psalm 37 verse 4, He promises that when you delight yourself in Him, He will give you the desires of your heart. This isn't a one-time promise, but an invitation to continually seek Him and align with His will. Trust that His plans for you are far greater than you can comprehend, and He is bringing them to fruition in ways that will surprise you. The Lord wants you to know that He sees the deepest desires of your heart. No dream or hope of yours goes unnoticed by Him. As you delight in Him and seek His guidance, He promises to give you the desires of your heart. This is a reminder to trust in His timing and to have faith that He is orchestrating everything in your life for your good. Continue to seek Him first, knowing that He is working behind the scenes to bring about His perfect plan. Today, God is reminding you that your desires are important to Him. When you align your heart with His, He will guide you to the fulfillment of those desires. Trust that He knows what is best for you and that His plans are always greater than anything you could imagine. Delight in His presence, seek His will, and rest in the confidence that He is working all things together for your good. God sees every longing you have, every dream you've placed in His hands, and every desire that stirs within you. Know that He is not distant or unaware of your needs. He promises to give you the desires of your heart when you seek Him first. Don't be discouraged by the timing, for God's plans are always perfect. Continue to delight in Him, and trust that He is aligning your heart with His, bringing you closer to the fulfillment of His promises. The Lord wants to encourage you today by reminding you that He knows your deepest desires. He understands what you long for, and He is preparing a path for you to experience the fulfillment of those dreams. Psalm 37 verse 4 tells us that when we delight ourselves in the Lord, He gives us the desires of our hearts. Trust that He is leading you toward a future filled with purpose, joy, and blessings. Keep seeking Him, and you will see His plan unfold in your life. God sees every hope and dream you've been carrying. He wants you to know that He has heard your prayers, and He is working to bring your desires to pass in His perfect time. Delight in Him, seek His presence, and trust that His timing is always right. You may not see the entire picture yet, but He is guiding you step by step toward the fulfillment of all that He has promised you. Keep trusting in Him, knowing that He is faithful. God is speaking to you today, reminding you that your desires are not just wishful thinking but part of His plan for your life. When you delight yourself in Him, He will fulfill the desires of your heart in ways you could never imagine. Don't lose heart when things don't happen on your timeline, for His timing is perfect. Trust that He is at work behind the scenes, orchestrating everything to bring you into the fullness of His purpose for you. The Lord sees every deep longing you carry within. Today, He is reminding you that He has heard your prayers and that He cares about the desires of your heart. He wants you to continue to delight in Him, for when you do, He promises to give you the desires of your heart. Trust that He is leading you toward the fulfillment of your dreams, and that His plans for you are greater than anything you could have planned for yourself. God is saying to you today, I see the desires of your heart, and I am working behind the scenes to bring them to pass. Trust in His faithfulness, knowing that as you seek Him first, He will lead you into a future full of joy and fulfillment. Keep aligning your heart with His, and you will see His promises unfold in your life in ways that far exceed your expectations. God knows the desires you hold deep within. He wants you to trust that He is working in your life to bring those desires to fruition. His timing may not always align with yours, but rest assured that His plan is always better than what you could have imagined. Seek His presence, delight in Him, and trust that He is bringing you closer to the life He has prepared for you. Today, God is reminding you that the desires you carry are not just dreams, they are part of His purpose for you. As you seek Him and delight in His presence, He promises to fulfill those desires in His perfect time. Trust in His plan and know that He is guiding you toward a future filled with blessings and fulfillment. God sees the desires of your heart, and He wants you to know that He is working to bring them to pass. As you seek Him first and delight in His presence, He will align your heart with His, guiding you toward the fulfillment of your dreams. Trust that His timing is perfect, and that His plans for you are far greater than anything you could have imagined. Today, God wants to remind you that He is deeply invested in the desires of your heart. He knows the dreams you hold, and He is working to bring them to life in ways that only He can. Keep seeking Him first, and trust that as you align your heart with His, He will fulfill every desire in His perfect time. God is saying to you today, I see the desires of your heart, and I care deeply about them. When you align your heart with mine, I will lead you to the fulfillment of your dreams. Trust in my timing, for I am always working on your behalf, orchestrating everything to bring you into the fullness of my plan for your life. God knows the desires you hold, and He is preparing a way for you to see those desires fulfilled. As you seek Him and align with His will, He promises to bring your dreams into reality in ways that will surprise you. Trust His timing and rest in the assurance that He is guiding you toward the perfect future He has planned. The Lord sees every longing you have, every desire you've entrusted to Him. He wants you to know that He is working in your life to bring those desires to pass. Continue to seek Him with all your heart, knowing that as you align with His will, He will guide you to the fulfillment of everything you've prayed for. God sees every dream and desire you carry, and He wants you to know that He is faithful to fulfill them. When you delight in Him and seek His will, He will guide your steps toward the realization of those desires. Trust in His timing, and know that He is bringing you closer to the fulfillment of His perfect plan for your life. God is saying to you today, I see the desires of your heart, and I am at work to bring them to pass. Trust in me, for when you seek my presence and align your heart with mine, I will lead you to the fulfillment of every dream you've placed before me. God wants you to know today that He sees every desire you hold, and He is working to bring them to fruition. Continue to delight in Him, for as you seek His presence, He will guide you toward the fulfillment of every dream. Trust His plan, for it is always better than what you could have imagined. Today, God is reminding you that He sees your heart, your dreams, and your desires. He is working to bring those desires to pass in His perfect timing. As you seek Him and align your will with His, trust that He will lead you to the life He has prepared for you. God is reminding you today that your desires are important to Him. Trust that He is working to fulfill them in His time. As you continue to seek Him, delight in His presence, and align with His will, He will lead you to the life He has designed specifically for you. The Lord sees every desire of your heart, and He wants you to know that He is working to bring those desires to life. Continue to seek His presence, knowing that as you align with His will, He will fulfill every dream you've placed in His hands. God is telling you today that He sees your dreams, and He is working behind the scenes to bring them to reality. Trust that as you seek Him and delight in His presence, He will fulfill the desires of your heart, guiding you toward the future He has planned. God sees the desires of your heart, and He wants you to know that He is at work to bring them to pass. Trust in His plan, knowing that as you seek Him first, He will lead you to the fulfillment of every dream and desire you have. God is saying to you today, I see your heart, and I understand your desires. Trust that I am working to bring them to fruition. As you delight in me and align your heart with mine, I will lead you to the fulfillment of your dreams in my perfect time. God knows the desires you hold, and He is working to bring them to pass. Continue to seek Him and delight in His presence, for He promises that when you do, He will give you the desires of your heart, fulfilling every dream and longing in His perfect time. If you liked my video, then please like and subscribe this video. The Lord is your shepherd, and with Him by your side, you have no reason to worry or fear. He will provide for you in every situation, guiding you through times of uncertainty. Just as a shepherd leads his flock to lush green pastures, God will lead you to places of rest and renewal. Trust that He will restore your soul when you feel weary, bringing peace to your heart and quiet to your spirit. You are never alone, for He is always there, providing for you and guiding you on the path of life. The Lord, your shepherd, sees the deep needs of your heart, and He promises to meet them in His perfect way. In times of turmoil, He will lead you beside quiet waters, offering you peace and calm. In moments of weariness, He will restore your soul. Trust that He is guiding you to green pastures, where you can find rest and strength. Even when you walk through valleys, He will be your comfort, and His goodness will follow you all the days of your life. The Lord, your faithful shepherd, leads you through every season of life. He sees where you are, knows your needs, and provides rest in the midst of struggles. He leads you to green pastures, where your soul can be renewed. When life feels overwhelming, He gently leads you beside quiet waters, calming your fears and refreshing your spirit. In His presence, you will find restoration and peace. Trust in His care, knowing that He is always by your side, guiding you toward abundant life. The Lord is your shepherd, and He is the one who cares for every detail of your life. He leads you to green pastures, places where you can find rest and nourishment for your soul. He understands the burdens you carry, and He gently leads you beside quiet waters, giving you peace and restoration. When your heart is heavy and you feel depleted, trust that He is there to restore your soul, renewing your strength and guiding you toward a future full of hope. The Lord, your shepherd, is leading you into a place of peace and rest. He knows what you need, even before you ask. As He leads you to green pastures, He provides everything you need for your well-being, physical, emotional, and spiritual. When you feel overwhelmed, He guides you beside quiet waters, giving you calm and rest for your soul. Trust in His care and know that He is with you, restoring you and guiding you every step of the way. The Lord is your shepherd, and He will never leave you in need. When life feels exhausting and you're weary, He leads you to green pastures where your soul finds rest. In the stillness by quiet waters, He restores your heart, calming your fears and refreshing your spirit. His love is unshakable, and His provision is abundant. You can trust Him to lead you through the darkest valleys and into places of peace, where you will find rest and renewal in His presence. God, as your shepherd, leads you with wisdom and care, ensuring that you are never in lack. He brings you to lush, green pastures where you can lie down in peace, finding rest for your body and soul. When you're burdened, He gently leads you beside quiet waters, where your spirit is restored and renewed. God will always provide exactly what you need, guiding you toward healing and refreshment when you feel lost or weary. The Lord is your shepherd, and He will provide everything you need. He leads you to green pastures, where your soul can find peace and nourishment. When the world feels chaotic, He gently guides you beside quiet waters, restoring your soul. In moments of uncertainty, trust that God is guiding you with love and care. He will lead you to a place of rest, and His presence will refresh your soul, offering you the peace that surpasses all understanding. The Lord is your shepherd, and He offers you an abundance of peace and rest. When you are weary, He leads you to green pastures, where you can lie down in comfort and safety. He knows your heart and is always leading you beside quiet waters, offering you solace and rest. In His presence, your soul finds restoration, and His care will guide you through every challenge. Trust in Him, for He is always there to restore and refresh you. The Lord, your shepherd, promises to provide for every need. As He leads you to green pastures, He offers rest and nourishment for your soul. When life feels overwhelming, He leads you beside quiet waters, offering peace that calms your heart. You can trust Him to restore your soul in times of trouble and to guide you with His wisdom. His presence brings renewal, and His provision brings peace. He is always with you, offering everything you need. The Lord is your shepherd, and He sees your every need. As He leads you to green pastures, He provides rest and nourishment for your soul. In the stillness beside quiet waters, He offers peace that quiets your anxious heart. Trust in His care, knowing that He is leading you toward restoration and renewal. When you feel weary, He will always guide you back to His peace, restoring your soul with His unfailing love and provision. God, as your shepherd, sees you in your moments of need, and He lovingly leads you to green pastures. When your heart is tired and burdened, He brings you to quiet waters, where you can rest and be refreshed. He promises to restore your soul, bringing healing and peace where there is weariness and pain. No matter where you are in life, He is always by your side, leading you into peace and providing what your heart needs most. The Lord is your shepherd, and He lovingly cares for you in every season of life. He leads you to places of rest and peace, where your soul can be nourished and restored. In times of trouble, He gently guides you beside quiet waters, calming your fears and bringing renewal to your spirit. Trust in His provision, for He will always guide you to the peace and rest you need, and He will restore your soul when you feel weary. The Lord is your shepherd, guiding you toward green pastures where your soul can find rest. When the world around you feels chaotic, He leads you beside still waters, bringing peace and calm to your heart. God knows the burdens you carry, and He promises to restore your soul, renewing your strength and bringing clarity to your path. Trust Him to lead you with wisdom and love, knowing that He will provide for your every need. The Lord, your shepherd, promises to guide you through the valleys and the peaks of life. He will lead you to green pastures, where your soul can be nourished and rested. Even in the midst of storms, He will bring you beside quiet waters, offering peace and restoration. Trust that He is guiding you toward places of peace and renewal, and lean on His care when your soul feels tired. His love and provision are unwavering, always leading you back to the calm waters of His presence. The Lord is your shepherd, and He is faithful to lead you to green pastures where your soul can find rest. When the weight of life feels heavy, He will bring you beside quiet waters, offering peace and calm to your troubled heart. His love restores your soul, renewing your strength and guiding you toward His perfect will. Trust that He is guiding you through every season, leading you toward renewal and providing for all your needs. God is your shepherd, and He is guiding you through life with great care and love. He leads you to green pastures where you can lie down and find rest. When your soul feels dry and tired, He gently leads you beside quiet waters, offering refreshment and peace. He is always there to restore your soul, to renew your strength, and to guide you toward a future filled with hope and peace. The Lord is your shepherd, leading you to green pastures where you can rest and be nourished. When life feels overwhelming, He gently guides you beside quiet waters, offering peace and restoration to your weary soul. Trust in His provision and His care, knowing that He is always leading you toward a place of peace and renewal. He will restore your soul and guide you toward a future full of hope. The Lord is your shepherd, and He sees the burdens you carry. When you feel overwhelmed, He leads you to green pastures where you can find rest and nourishment. He guides you beside quiet waters, offering peace and calming your heart. Trust that He is leading you toward a place of restoration, where your soul will be renewed, and your heart will be filled with His peace and comfort. The Lord, your shepherd, promises to provide for all of your needs. As He leads you to green pastures, He offers rest for your weary soul. In moments of distress, He leads you beside quiet waters, offering peace and calm to your heart. Trust in His care, knowing that He will restore your soul and guide you toward a future filled with His peace, provision, and love. The Lord is your shepherd, and He leads you to green pastures where your soul finds peace and nourishment. When the storms of life rage, He guides you beside still waters, offering rest and restoration for your heart. Trust in His love and provision, knowing that He will always lead you to places of peace and bring renewal to your soul. The Lord, your shepherd, is always by your side, guiding you through the highs and lows of life. He leads you to green pastures, where you can rest and find nourishment for your soul. When the world feels overwhelming, He brings you beside quiet waters, offering peace that restores your spirit. His love and provision are unwavering, always bringing you back to places of rest and renewal. The Lord is your shepherd, and He sees your every need. When you feel overwhelmed or weary, He will lead you to green pastures, offering rest and renewal for your soul. In the stillness beside quiet waters, He brings peace that calms your heart and restores your spirit. Trust in His guidance and His love, knowing that He will always provide for you and lead you to a place of peace. God, your shepherd, is leading you to green pastures where you can find rest and renewal. When your soul feels tired and burdened, He gently leads you beside quiet waters, offering peace and restoration. Trust that He is guiding you with love and wisdom, leading you to places of peace, comfort, and spiritual renewal. The Lord is your shepherd, and He is always there to provide for you. He leads you to green pastures where your soul can find rest and nourishment. When life feels overwhelming, He guides you beside quiet waters, offering peace and restoration to your heart. Trust that He is guiding you toward a future full of peace and renewal, where your soul will be restored. The Lord is your shepherd, and He promises to lead you to green pastures where you can find rest. When your heart feels burdened, He brings you beside quiet waters, offering calm and peace to your weary soul. Trust that He will restore your spirit, guide you through life's challenges, and lead you to the place of peace and rest you need. The Lord is your shepherd, and He will guide you through every season of life. When you feel lost or weary, He will lead you to green pastures, offering nourishment and rest for your soul. When you need peace, He will guide you beside quiet waters, bringing restoration and renewal to your heart. Trust that He is always with you, providing exactly what you need to find peace and rest. The Lord is your shepherd, and He is leading you to a place of peace and rest. He brings you to green pastures where you can find comfort and nourishment. When your soul feels weary, He leads you beside quiet waters, offering restoration and tranquility. Trust that He is guiding you with love, leading you toward a future filled with peace, hope, and renewal. The Lord, your shepherd, is leading you to green pastures where you can lie down and find rest for your soul. When you feel weary or burdened, He will guide you beside quiet waters, offering peace and restoration. Trust in His provision and His love, knowing that He will always lead you to places of peace and renewal, restoring your soul along the way. The Lord is your shepherd, and He is always leading you toward green pastures where your soul can find rest. When the weight of life feels heavy, He gently leads you beside quiet waters, offering peace and calm. Trust in His guidance, for He promises to restore your soul, renewing your strength and leading you toward a future full of peace, hope, and fulfillment.